my Leos out there, please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video. Alrighty. So let's see what's going on here. This is for the Leos, by the way. You know, it's for the Leos. Let's get into it. So, cards that I come up with: Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the World, the Knight of Wands, Three of Cups, Three of Wands, Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for you Leos is obviously some sort of heartbreak. With the Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, making it seem as if you were okay. Six of Swords, wanting to move forward. If you Leos know you were part of a relationship, just getting yourselves out of, heartbroken about this, you need to confront this. The Queen of Cups in this tarot deck that I'm using means that you need to have that heart-to-heart moment. Excuse me. Especially since it's coming right after the Three of Swords. Three of Swords representing heartbreak and being disillusioned from the illusion that you once had. Because that's what disillusion means. It means stripping away of the delusion that you once had. That the illusion and the delusion that you once had of the world, right? How your perception needed correcting. The Six of Swords represents how you're trying to make it seem like you're so much better, as far as you don't need to take time out of your day. And you do. You need to take at least a month. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. When you get yourselves out of a relationship, you need to take at least 30 days. Why am I saying this? Why I say 30 days is because a week ain't enough. And the reason why I'm saying a week isn't enough is because you have to, first and foremost, you have to talk about it to yourselves as the events. You have to go over the little nuances, what this means, what that means. You have to face the memories. Then when you face the memories, as you are remembering it, going down memory lane, you have to forgive this person as you're going down memory lane, and forgive yourself. That's the way that you get over trauma. That's how you get over trauma, all right? And because of this, right? And I did it that way because that's what I started doing. That's why I just started saying sorry to people. Even if I didn't necessarily start the fight or whatnot, they was tripping out on me. I said sorry because you have to understand, in a world of chess, right? In a world of chess, just roll with me on this. In a world of chess, right? These types of people are not going to live very prosperous lives based upon, it's going to be mediocre is the point that I'm trying to make. Okay. And if they act this way with you, they're going to try this stuff and they can potentially get knocked out, hurt, whatever, because those types of people are effectively, unfortunately, rubbing the people the wrong way, right? And I'm not advocating violence, I don't want, but what I'm trying to say is when you apologize, or when I apologized, what I effectively did is I crossed myself off of the list of suspects, because if anything were to happen to them where they rubbed someone the wrong way, they tried to shyster the person, they tried to trick the person, and the person didn't like it and decided to get revenge. This is why I say manipulation is a bad thing. Shouldn't be trying it, especially for a long period of time. The police look at every single person that you've had problems with in your entire life, start digging it up. So if you as a person apologize and you disappear and you make yourself scarce, you're not rocking with this person, you squashing the beef with this person, you letting them know you've effectively crossed yourself off the list. Because when your name comes up, you're going to be like, hey, I apologize to this person. I ain't talked to this person even so much as seeing this person in 10 years. I don't know what you're talking about. But when you latch on to that, you spiritually become responsible for the person because of the anger. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in the World card represents the same thing. It represents how you need to take time off for you to be able to really heal with that. Because the World represents you're biting off just a little bit. You're biting off way more than you can chew at this point in time. If you as a Leo just got yourselves out of relationships that you know hurts because you really cared about this person, and then they took advantage of you caring about them, and then they basically tried to spiritually stab you in the heart with sorrow. You're biting off way more than you can chew, because the World represents new things. How do I say? The World represents our existence. The world represents the way we experience it. So the world represents 3D, right? Physical matter, right? Physically dense matter. So it represents how, so now you're living in this world, right? And this aspect of the world is opening up to you in a larger sense. But the way that you're looking at it may be not well, because you're not necessarily ready. So the nine of wands and the Three of Cups can represent a certain level of drinking that some of you may have, right? Because of this mentality of what happened, because you haven't gotten over that. So some of you Leos can resort to drinking. Now, a lot of you see what I'm saying? I'm getting better. Now, a lot of you Leos need to watch out for that by going back to the drawing board and find the inner lover, the person that wants love, okay? And accept what went on. What went on is this person acted like a jerk. They didn't respect you. They played you, okay? Now you need to accept that. Okay, you got played. Accept the person. Forgive the person. Forgive yourself. Because you blaming yourself for being so goofy. No, you are not goofy. You wanted to be in love. Nothing wrong with that, right? The Three of Cups, that's why we're here, because we're learning. The Three of Wands represents, because if you don't go back, you're going to be self-sabotaging, like the cards demonstrate. And then the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, these cards represent how this is a situation for a lot of you where the next thing that you need to do also is that you need to keep that level of ability to say things the way that they are and accept that with you. Like a lot of times in my own, because I've experienced what I'm telling y'all, right? What I'm suggesting to y'all. And me personally, a few years ago, I couldn't say that I love anyone, right? But now I'm saying it because I actually mean it. But the point is, that I'm able to jump into that abyss, so to speak, where it's like, I'm gonna say it. If it's real and I feel a way about a person, I'm gonna say it. Now, if the person doesn't necessarily like that, I don't care, because it's not to say that I'm saying anything bad. And it's the same thing for y'all. If the person can't accept that about themselves, then it means that they're not ready to accept it. And what happens when two people who obviously love each other, but one of them or both of them are not ready to accept it, the love goes into a form of a limbo. That's what I learned a few days ago, about a week ago. So it actually becomes this give and take. So again, this part of the reason why I say that the Lovers is actually tied to the Devil Tarot is because it's showing you what happens where you have a lot of people running around who exist now who are not ready to accept love because they are not ready to actually accept certain things about themselves and actually come to that heart-to-heart moment with themselves. Now, let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. And then get out of here. The Sun, the Death card, Four of Pentacles. Right. A lot more acceptance of oneself. A lot more acceptance of oneself. Okay? And I'm just seeing how a lot of you are going to take things very seriously. You're going to be heartbroken, a lot of y'all. To the ones who are not heartbroken, to take time off, you will eventually evolve and you will not have to go through so much strife within the next week to a month. The ones who choose to be hard-headed and a little bit more slower moving, you'll experience what I'm talking about. Peace.